Mhm.
What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. First up first, this up against them.
This bout,
And this one has all of those. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That counter punch caught him clean. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And this with the jab. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
this is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? They exchange punches. Nice slip to avoid the jab. And he scores with the counter. Jab does not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Nice counter shot. Lucky that hook didn't score. Chance and Fists of Fire goes down. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Look, the response though, got back up, took a deep breath
No.
of life. Brush it off, get on with the job.
No, no.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Just a talk. Don't give it anything. Go back and win the round, right?
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? Is he going to punch himself out, though? He threw a punch and just got countered. Misses with the straight left. Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! And down goes the artist.
Co?
And as we watch it again, that
No,
punch
tam.
took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
I've got to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
You need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice counter. Those counter-punches have to hurt. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Perfect counter shot. They block that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it. Breathe.
Let's get it started in round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Catch and shoot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good punch. There's a counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Beautiful counter punch. The perfect counter lands. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. His stamina is off the charts. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Punch, counter punch. That jab doesn't find a home. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it catch you.
Good counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. He misses with that straight left. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. These two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Now it's a tough fight, and he's gonna be confident. You gotta take that confidence away. Go out and
Great work. I love that. I love that shot.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Beautiful counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Incredible work rate. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use blade with a blade.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. His stamina is off the charts. He wasn't ready for that counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
Tak i tak.
Championship material.
No, ale to używałem i tak R1, ale nie wiem, co się dzieje tutaj. Nawet jeśli używam tego człowieka.
This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Counter punch. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Is he going to punch himself out though? Counter punch. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And he scores with the counter. Perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A lot of effort being exerted here. Perfect counter lands. Perfect counter shot.
Tak samo.
Stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot cast out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have no excuse for
No, ty nie masz żadnego tak ani tu. Tylko takie na ten.
There's the bell for
Mam.
round 7. They let
No
it
i
all
4
hang out in the
punkty.
last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy first. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Good counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the uppercut but misses. Beautiful counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Miss with that jab. They exchange punches. Carrying away the right hook. You both know who the bigger power puncher is. Difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know someone's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Back together. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry.
And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
No i chuj.
Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What?
Zasłonił się. Prawie. Prawie.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it? Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
No. Którego drugiego?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it.
No.
The fighters enjoyed
No, a
it. I
teraz
certainly
ledwo
enjoyed it.
wstałem.
What a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.
No. Pierwsza... Nie. Pierwszą i ostatnią. A. Powinno, ale ty masz dwa razy, dwa nokauty? Dwa nokauty. Dwa nokauty, dwa nokauty. Wyszło. Ja miałem... No. Tak. Tylko jedna kwestia, czekaj. A, obrzęk. Lewy. Ja miałem lewy obrzęk, a ty miałeś prawy obrzęk. Więcej. No. No ja miałem czekaj, ja miałem lewe, a ty miałeś prawe. Nie wiem ile to trwało. Czekaj.